My name is Toya. Welcome to my channel. If you are here, I know why you're here. Give me a thumbs up. I promise you, if you watch this, you are going to like it. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe so you can be here. Oh, I'm about to do this so quick, so efficient. You're going to be like, what? Did that just happen? It's happening. We're talking about the Assanti brothers. Party already started. I can't do this without this. If you have not already watched, you got to go back and watch all the Assanti brothers. I can't even possibly begin to catch you up on the dynamics and the dysfunction and the problems with this family. You got to do that for yourself. I did do a video about a year ago about them. That was the last one, part 4. I will put a link down below. Wait, before we get started. Why come every time I get started, y'all try to rush me? Like, for real, my name is Talking Toya. Every time I get on the camera, y'all try to shush me. Y'all not rushing me today? Like I said, if you don't know Justin and Steven, it's 3 characters in this story. Justin, Steven, and Steven Sr. And I'm going to quote you some words Dr. Now said, dysfunction. Dr. Now said Steven was the most dysfunctional patient he's ever had. He said, you are going to end up dead or in jail. I mean, this is entertaining, but it's not. It's like that train wreck that you don't want to watch, but you cannot help yourself. Like, the show made it clear that this is the final season. Like, we are done. It kept saying final, 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 and giving us all the clues that this is it. And I'm glad, because they are not motivational. They are not inspirational. I can't even take pieces from this and try to apply it. It just makes me sad. I get disheartened, discouraged. Like, I walk away with nothing positive when I watched it. But let's jump into it. Show starts where it ends. Like I said, if you don't know the story from part 4, you got to go back and watch. We can't go back there. We can't. It's too much. The circle of dysfunction is too much for me to go through here. So we starting with Justin and Steven have both just had surgery, and now go. Steven goes to the doctor. He stepped on a scale. He done lost 4 pounds, and he proud of himself. Dr. Now should be proud of me. You know better. You don't watch this show. You've been doing this for a long time. You know Dr. Now ain't proud of you. So Dr. Now's like, look, bro, let me tell you, you only got one way to go. But you're going to go back to your normal ways. You're going to go back to your old habits. And you're going to be, next time you come here, you're going to be regaining if you don't change. This is your last. When I say last, this is your last opportunity. You need to get it together now. But Dr. Now the shade. Dr. Now always makes sure he gets his shade. And Dr. Now's like, but have you ever heard of soap and water? Because my staff was throwing up out there because they couldn't tolerate your smell. Steven was like, I took a bath like 2-3 days ago. Dr. Now was like, you tried it. You ain't never took more like a week or 2. It might have been a week or 2. You need to do better with your hydrate. You need to be better with your diet. This is your last chance, Steven. If you don't do it now, you got nothing left. Period. It's nothing I can do for you. Justin. Now, to me, Justin does the bare minimum. I'm not letting Justin off the hook. Now, all these characters, people, cast, they all got mental, psychological issues. They all been victims of abuse. So I'm talking about them knowing this, okay? Don't think I'm not keeping this in consideration. But Justin is a manipulator, just like Steven in his own right. He does the bare minimum, and he does what he can do to get what he wants. As soon as he has surgery, he's out. He's like, I ain't staying in the same city as Steven. So you can't stay in the same city. Nobody asked you to be with him. You don't have to live with him. You don't have to go see him. Y'all don't even have to have y'all appointments at the same time. But you're telling me you got to leave the city because he here? Bye. So Steven leaves and goes back. He's like, my store, he got his hobby store, which I'm glad his hobby store looks like it's doing good. It's got people in it. It's got a lot of stuff in it. It looks like it's flourishing. It's making money. Happy for Justin. But to me, he's a manipulator. He do the bare minimum. He do what he could do. He got the surgery. He bounced. He went right back to Rhode Island, by the way. That's the only thing I like about this family is they from Rhode Island, and I love their accent. That is the only thing that I appreciate about this family. That's it. I told y'all, stop. Y'all not rushing me. Y'all not rushing me. So, Justin like, whatever. Yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing the plan. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with just Stephen no more. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. I'm doing fine. I got the surgery. I can live my best life. We see Stephen Sr. flies down to Houston. He go be with Stephen. They go to the grocery store. Again, this show you everything. He in the parking lot with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth laughing. Ain't nothing funny about nothing in this family, said no one ever. He laughing, having a great time, making jokes. Y'all, ain't nothing funny. Nothing. Next thing we know, ring, ring. Justin calls. Justin's done slipped and fell and had an accident at home. So now Stephen Sr. has to make a decision. He makes it quickly. He's got to leave Stephen Jr. and go fly back and be with Justin. And I honestly believe Stephen at this point. He like, Justin is the daddy's boy. He's always been. He's always going to be that way. They thought it was going to be me, but it's actually him. He like, you know what? He doing this for attention, and I believe it. He hates Stephen so much. I don't believe this. I need to see receipts. I need to see receipts. Justin supposedly slipped and fell. And the daddy said he wouldn't leave his room. But then the daddy, not Stephen, the daddy had to call Dr. Now. Dr. Now called and they had a conference. Justin and Dr. Now and his side of the story. He like, oh yeah, you know, I was recovering. I was back at the store doing too much. I got dizzy. I failed. I went to the hospital. They did a whole checkup on me. I got a clean bill of health. I'm good. I'm great. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong with me. Why are you even? I'm fine. I'm with Stephen. I don't believe it. Again, I think it was more to the story than he said Stephen abused him for 18 years. I just can't believe it. Like, Justin's a big guy. He no little baby. You let him beat you up every day for 18 years? I think it's more to the story, but that's not my business. Keeping it going. So, that's where we at. Then we fast forward again. He goes home to go be with Justin, the daddy. And I feel like Stephen was making some strides. He was making some progress. But what do? Next thing we know, black screen. When you see black screen on 600 Pound Life, it ain't nothing good. Stephen tested positive for opioids. He kicked out the program again. I can't tell you how many times Stephen done been kicked out the Dr. Now's program. Do anybody know? If you know, leave a comment below. How many times have Stephen been kicked out the program? He kicked out again because he's high on opioids. But Stephen come on, he tell his story. He like, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth. He living his best life. He like, look, I done found love. He was on social media. He was on his website. This girl came on and was like, hey, I want to get to know you better, which I'm going to make a video about that. I don't know how you found love. I ain't talking about how you look. I ain't talking about how much you weigh. But how do you find love when you literally bedbound? You literally found love and you can't leave your bed. That's a whole nother person for a whole nother day. You better subscribe so you can get a notification for that video. So Stephen happy. He like, I got this girl. She got a 13-year-old daughter. She came to see me. Got a car for me to go to her. She gonna let me and my cat move with her to Iowa Des Moines. The family jealous. Justin and the daddy, they like, per Stephen said she was a porn star, prostitute. I believe Stephen on this. Stephen like, I mean, what kind of porn star, what kind of prostitute pays for me, pays my way, comes, lets me live with them? This don't make sense. To me, that don't make sense. Like, I feel like there's a type of person that does want people that are bedbound and literally seeks for people like this. That's a whole nother video, a whole nother day, a whole nother discussion. Anyway, Stephen happy. He's like, this gonna be a start of my new life. My wife, my girlfriend, she gonna help me. She wanna motivate me. We about to do the thing. So Stephen kicked out the program, right? But he comes with all the receipts. He comes with the marriage certificate, the video. He like, this is my wife. And the daddy and Justin, they happy. They packing all his stuff. Like Justin like, great. I don't ever have to deal with him or see him or talk to him another day in my life. I'm like, something more happened with them too. I'm going to keep saying that, but I'm not going to keep saying that. But Justin needs to go get help. Anyway. So we see them packing up all his stuff. Justin like, I don't want no other traces of him. I hope I never have to see him again. 5 months later. Mind you, Dr. Now told him, I want you to immediately go to the clinic, get yourself weighed, get checked out. This is why I say, Justin ain't innocent. He is a manipulator too. 5 months later, he like, I'm going to go ahead and go to the doctor because I want this skin surgery. So Dr. Now he going to require me to go to the doctor and he going to need this. So let me go on and go. So he goes to the clinic. He done lost 172 pounds. I'm proud of him because honestly, I didn't think he would do that much. He's down to 432. But Dr. Now's like, look, bro, you want to get down to 2 something. You still got a long way to go. You know, you've been non-compliant. You put your health at risk. Look, if you can lose 100 pounds in the next year, I would still give you skin surgery. I would still do it. Like, why not? Let's do it. Stephen, of course, he like, okay, no problem. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Of course, as soon as he get off the camera, like, I don't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I got to do my shop. I got to be ready. I don't have time for that. Dr. Now's like, what's your goals? He like, my shop. I want to lose weight. Dr. Now's like, whatever. Lose 100 pounds in the next year. Come back. I will give you the skin surgery. And then here's where it gets bad. That black screen again. Justin ain't talked to Dr. Now in 2 years. Stephen ain't talked to Dr. Now in 2 years. Justin ain't talked to him in 1.5 years. Stephen want to come back to the program. Oh, Lord. So Dr. Now comes on. And he like, hey, Stephen, I ain't seen you in a while. What's going on? I will give it to Stephen. It takes a big man or woman. It takes a big person to know that you've been wrong. You are crazy. That's not the right word, Toya. Take that back. To know that you've been wrong, you've done wrong things, you've done bad things, and that you want help. That's what I was trying to say. It takes a big person to say, hey, I need help. And to me, it seemed like this was the most sober and the most sincere that Stephen has ever been in this entire thing. He was flat out like, I need help. You know, I got married. My wife has been good to me. She's been a good woman. She cooks for me. She does right. She only wants me to see me right. But I still do wrong. My daddy... This is why I could go do a whole video about Stephen Sr., but I'm not giving him that mental space and I'm not giving him that attention. Justin still up here calls his daddy and his daddy will order pizza and send it to his house. Why would you do that? This is a grown man. He 30-something, almost 40 years old, got a wife. Why are you sending pizza to his house and he 500 pounds and been on the 600-pound show? Toya, finish the video. So he like, look, I need help. Dr. Now, basically, can you help me? Dr. Now made him say my name. Dr. Now made him say the words. He was like, so are you saying you want to come back in our program? Is that what you're saying? Justin's like, look, I'm still married, but my wife, she said, if I don't change, she's going to divorce me. I don't want a divorce. Dr. Now was like, well, I mean, you need help. If you have any life danger emergencies, if you have any life-altering emergencies, call us. And he made it very, to us, I feel like he was kind to Stephen, but to us, he told us the truth. But to Stephen, he was like, yeah, come on back down here, get your life together, get the lymphedema, get everything under control. But to the cameras, he was like, look, we ain't exhausted not another resource to this family. We done did all we could do. We can't say nothing else. We can't do nothing else. There's nothing left for us to do. We've been doing this for 4 years. And I knew they was done because when Dr. Now had Skyped video conference just in that last time, it wasn't no production there. It wasn't no production. You could tell that was all his iPhone, and that was it. It wasn't not and production there. I was like, oh, they done. He done with him. So they said this is the final chapter, and they done with the Assanti brothers. I hope that Stephen goes back to Texas and gets on the plane, even if Dr. Now doesn't see them. I feel like they probably would. It's just over with production. Maybe they'll see him. I mean, what really isn't going to hurt? A couple of doctor visits, him getting weight on the scale. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's really, he needs the accountability. He needs somebody checking on him, checking for him. I hope he does that. Justin, to me, he does whatever he want to do. He want to get whatever he can get to, but I'm not blaming him either because he comes from a history of stuff, abuse, neglect, and what he's endured. I'm not blaming him either. But I will say I'm glad this is the final chapter. I can't do the Assanti brothers no more. I can't. I cannot do them anymore. They too much, y'all. They are too much. It doesn't do anything. Like the Assanti brothers brings nothing. Like it's not even entertaining. It's like I'm clutching my pearls. I'm sad, but then they give you a little hope. Like, okay, maybe they're gonna do it right. Okay, he losing weight. Okay, his shirt falling off. He doing good. And then, oh my goodness, like they bring you up to bring you down. I would just let my imagination just imagine that they somehow, some way, they did good. They are losing the weight slowly, and they're going to find a way to live a productive life. That's just what my mind wanted to say and do, because I don't want to see no more of this either. I'm glad this is the final chapter. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here.